the one. This has to be the one for them. They've got to be looking for a narrow win, I would suggest. I think it's going to be a tight game anyway, maybe a 1-0 or a 2-1, there or thereabouts. I think it'll be really tight.
Do you think, Parry, that the Austrians win this and they'll probably get out of the group, or that they'll have a much, much better chance, but a draw or a loss, which would be a disaster from their point of view, chances are they won't?
Yeah, Austria just got more experience, although their experience in the Euros isn't particularly great. As Noel said, they've never got out of the group, and I think the last time reached a knockout stage made to them, I think, was 1954 in the World Cup. So their performances when they get to the finals haven't been great. They'll be looking to keep a clean sheet. We mentioned Bachmann, who's obviously done really well for Watford, kept Ben Foster out of the team when Ben Foster got himself fit again. They've only had one clean sheet in the last 15 games at a major tournament, Austria, so they'll be looking for a clean sheet to give themselves a platform, but they do have more experience. I think out of their 26 in the squad, Russ, 19 of the Austrian players play in the Bundesliga, so they've got a very experienced side.
Austria have never won a game at the Euros, and North Macedonia have never qualified for an international tournament. Something's got to give tonight. Half an hour to go until we get underway in Bucharest. Here on TalkSport 2, it's Austria against North Macedonia.
On DAB+, online, via the TalkSport app, and on your smart speaker. This is Euro Game Day Live on TalkSport 2.
Euro Game Day Live on TalkSport with Intuit QuickBooks. Nail your accounting and CIS all in one place. Intuit QuickBooks, helping you take care of business.
Hello, buddy friend. Boy, aren't you excited? Nervous? Well, up for the big game. Makes you want to kick back, jump up and down, hide behind the sofa. Well, luckily you can order exclusive deals on great food throughout UEFA Euro 2020 only on Just Eat. From Pizza Hut, KFC, Papa John's, Burger King, Greg's. Goal! What a finish. Get in, my son. We got it.
Did somebody say Just Eat?
Available exclusively on Just Eat from...
Hello guys, so we're going to watch in 25 minutes game Austria against North Macedonia. Maybe we'll make a bet also during the game, we'll see. Before this game it was England-Croatia, and it was an easy bet for winning over England. Now, I'm not sure about these teams, we'll see how it goes. So, how much do you think it's gonna be the score? If you want, you can write in the chat. I don't know, but I believe this game it's gonna be a tie. No goal. But let's see. Okay.
Appearances for his country. North Macedonia then, they line up with Dimitrevski in goal, three in the middle of Musliu, Velkoski and Ristovski, and then wide on the left is the Leeds United man Alioski, left wing back. Nikolov is the right wing back. Elmas, Ademi and Bardi in the middle behind Tchaikovsky, and Pandev, the veteran, 37 years of age. Pandev, but certainly knows where the back of the net is and scored the winner to get them through to this tournament. So it's all set up nicely here. We get underway at 5 o'clock UK time, and it should be a decent battle and an opportunity with North Macedonia in their first ever finals game, and Austria looking for their first victory.
Okay, thank you, Nigel. Nigel and Perry with your commentary. Kick-off, as Nigel was saying, at 5 o'clock with North Macedonia are playing in their first major tournament ahead of their opening game against Austria. So here is everything that you need to know about North Macedonia.
Hi, I'm Peter, and this is everything you didn't know about North Macedonia on TalkSport. What can I tell you about North Macedonia that you don't already know? Well, probably quite a lot, actually. Like, why are we called North Macedonia and not just Macedonia? Okay, deep breath. We've only been a country since 1991, after we gained independence from Yugoslavia. However, we couldn't just be called Macedonia because Greece claimed the title of Macedonia for one of its northern regions. The dispute was a big one, but all this has been resolved now with the simple addition of North to the name. If you're thinking, that's all Greek to me, you'd be correct. The name comes from the ancient Greek, meaning Highlanders or the tall ones. However, the average height of a Macedonian is 5'7", so we are flattered with the name. In reality, it might have slightly more to do with the fact we have 50 mountains over 2,000 meters high, meaning we have a higher number of mountains and mountain peaks than any other country in the world. And our football team has had a few highs of its own. North Macedonia has achieved some impressive performances, such as 2 away draws against England, draws both at home and away to the Netherlands, a home draw with Slovakia, and an away draw against Italy. Okay, when I said highs, I meant we've drawn a lot of games against some fairly good teams. However, earlier this year we ended Germany's 35-game World Cup qualifying winning streak by beating them 2-1 in their own backyard. So I suppose that makes us one of the best teams in the world now, right? No? Well, it was worth a shot. Euro 2020 will be the first in our country's history, and we may have a mountain to climb. But, as you know, we have many to practice on.
Everything you didn't know about, thanks to the Audio Content Fund on TalkSport.
There you go. Thank you very much indeed, Peter. Everything that you wanted to know and perhaps didn't know about North Macedonia. They play Austria tonight at Euro 2020 in the National Arena in Bucharest. It is Euros action here on TalkSport 2, brought to you by TradePoint.
Ahead of the game on TalkSport 2 with TradePoint. With a lineup of over 40,000 products in stores nationwide and online, get all you need when you need it at TradePoint. Find us at B&Q or online at tradepoint.co.uk.
20 minutes to go to kick off. The Leeds and North Macedonia forward Gianni Alioski will be looking to help his side earn their very first win at a major tournament if it goes well. And ahead of kick-off, he's been speaking with TalkSport 2's Ian Abrahams.
Cross comes in towards the near post, it's headed away. It's Alioski! What a strike! On the volley, edge of the area, left-footed, and he slams it past the keeper.
Who was your favourite team as a youngster? Who was your favourite? There was a team you saw on TV and you maybe wanted to play for one day?
Leeds United.
Apart from Leeds United?
No, Real Madrid. Real Madrid. Because Roberto Carlos is my idol.
Dear, I don't believe Roberto Carlos. That is amazing.
I played also of course, I play the right wing when I come here or in Switzerland, but when I start, I was a left back player, and Roberto Carlos was my idol. He played this position, and I was always excited from this player. And then after him was Marcelo on his position, and I love also Marcelo, the style like he play, and they play both in Real Madrid, and I love it to watch Real Madrid when they play.
What a hit from Gianni Alioski, cracked it home from the left-hand corner of the box. It kissed the inside of the post on its way in.
It's a long season, lots of games. Everybody's going on about the amount of games. Of course, it's not the end of the season for you when it finishes because of the European Championships.
First time ever in the history I can play with my country in a tournament. It's something beautiful. I can't wait to I'm excited to play with Macedonia in the Euros and to get some Euro games.
Football fans always love an underdog. They love to see a team for the first time in a major tournament. Do you think you're going to get a lot of people, kind of like a lot of neutrals, wanting you to do well? Because, as you say, this is the first time we've ever seen your country at a major tournament.
This that way makes a little more interesting because we are the first time ever, and we are not the biggest country. And this is nice in the football. That this is the kind of things that makes beautiful in this football. That makes beautiful moments like we did now with Macedonia. And we're gonna need, of course, every people or every fan, we're gonna need to support us because we don't have the biggest fans there, but of course we're gonna have. But most important is only to enjoy this tournament there because I think we didn't have a lot, never, and this is first time, and I think we need to go there and to enjoy. But also with the team there that we have a good team, and we are not afraid to do something in the group that we have with Holland, Ukraine, and Austria. And I think we have also individual good players, and the team that works like 5-6 years always together. And it's nice also to get something to do in the Euros to show that we deserve it to be here.
Let's hope he plays well. Gianni Alioski of Leeds United having a quick word with Ian Abrahams, the Moose, as part of our preview of the upcoming Euro 2020 live football tonight here on TalkSport 2. Austria take on North Macedonia in their very first international tournament. That was brought to you by TradePoint, official sponsor of TalkSport's coverage of UEFA Euro 2020.
Ahead of the game on TalkSport 2 with TradePoint. Score big savings with exclusive trade-only deals and up to 10% off with our trade loyalty scheme at TradePoint. Initial minimum spend. Terms and conditions apply. See tradepoint.co.uk. Euro Game Day Live on TalkSport 2 with TradePoint. With a lineup of over 40,000 products in stores nationwide and online, get all you need when you need it at TradePoint. Find us at B&Q or online at tradepoint.co.uk.
Show Dandruff a red card with the on-target action of T-Gel. Steps up and scores! Neutrogena T-Gel Therapeutic Shampoo is the only scalp treatment with Nutar, a unique coal tar formulation with a triple effect proven to fight flakes, soothe itching and calm redness. It's a hat-trick! Get your head in the game with T-Gel Therapeutic Shampoo. Contains Nutar solubilized coal tar extract for the treatment of seborrheic dermatitis of the scalp psoriasis and dandruff. Always read the label.
Want to take your business online? Get started by securing your ideal web address from 123reg. Choose from a range of affordable domain names starting from just 99p, including .co.uk, or something more unique like .team. With no hidden fees and over 400 types of domains available, start growing your business by visiting 123-reg.co.uk today. Terms and conditions apply. Pricing excludes VAT at 20%.
Your Just Eat order is outside. The neighbors' curtains twitch. They are jealous, for they're hungry. But what is this? Your chicken wings have arrived with a side of 2 tickets to UEFA Euro 2020. Magnifique! Your neighbors now hate you. But what do you care? You have 2 tickets and a little pot of hot sauce.
Order from Just Eat for your chance to win UEFA Euro 2020 tickets.
Did somebody say Just Eat?
Excludes Northern Ireland. Terms and conditions apply. Ends 20th of June. Minimum spend £5. See justeat.co.uk for full details.
He's found space in the car park, shimmied his way into Howdens, and now he's got to score. Clive?
Howdens are looking forward to a summer of football and fun.
And he takes home the match ball for free.
Get a free Howdens football when you open a new Howdens trade account.
What a way to open your account.
At all 750 Howdens depots nationwide.
Get in there!
T's and C's apply while stocks last.
Howdens!
Who's he trying to be? Me? I don't sound like that, do I?
Asda have got big deals for big games this barbecue season. Mix and match our amazing range and get 3 packs for just £10. There's something for everyone, from mouth-watering burgers and tasty chicken to scrumptious sausages and delicious plant-based options. Now that's a win. That's Asda price.
Selected Asda stores online, subject to availability, £3.67 to £5 each.
Philip Schofield here. Did you know there are just over 31 million seconds in a year? So why not spend 60 of them finding out how much your car's worth at WeBuyAnyCar.com? That's right, only takes 60 seconds, leaving you millions for the important things, like marvelling at what a tiny speck of dust we are in the endless universe. To find out how much your car's worth in 60 seconds, enter your reg number now at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
Admin fee may apply. For more information, see WeBuyAnyCar.com/info.
Euro Game Day Live on TalkSport with Intuit QuickBooks, helping you take care of business. Search QuickBooks to find out more.
TalkSport and TalkSport 2. Official radio broadcaster of UEFA Euro 2020.
A tremendous header.
Every game, every goal.
Every foul, every flick.
Live, every day.
Magnificent work.
Plus, an all-star team of TalkSport commentators.
I'm Jose Mourinho.
From the group stage to the final.
We've got the Euros covered.
On TalkSport and TalkSport 2.
On DAB+, online, via the TalkSport app, and on your smart speaker. This is Euro Game Day Live on TalkSport 2.
Alaba with a high ball into the area, and now Dimitri stooping header, and straight away Austria are level. What a hit from Gianni Alioski, cracked it home from the left-hand corner of the box. It kissed the inside of the post on its way in. Left side of the area. Oh, brilliant header by Sabitzer. It's a wonderful goal. It's 2-0 now.
With the team that we have a good team, and we are not afraid to do something in the group that we have with Holland, Ukraine and Austria.
Alaba! Oh my word, it's 3!
We're definitely not going to underestimate them. We respect them. We saw, especially the last results against Germany, for example, it was an exclamation point.
So tonight here on TalkSport 2, Euro 2020 live football, Austria against North Macedonia, who have never qualified for a major tournament. Well, they have now, and they're looking to upset the apple cart. Perry Groves and Nigel Pearson will be on match commentary team. Let us get now a quick weather report on TalkSport 2, all thanks to QuickFit.
Game day weather report on TalkSport 2 with QuickFit. Drive away happy every time.
Well, I imagine, gentlemen, that it's a pretty hot summer's evening, although I'm looking at the stadium itself, no sunshine on the pitch, but it's going to be muggy and warm, I would have thought.
Yeah, very much so. We're looking at about 76 degrees. And you're looking, it's a little bit cloudy, Russ, which is good. You know what I mean? Just if you're playing at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, the heat is searing, where these are quite good conditions to play football. It's very still, there's no wind, which is perfect. So this group of players, obviously Austria and North Macedonia, would much rather be kicking off at 5 o'clock.
Okay, thank you, Perry. That was today's weather report brought to you by QuickFit, celebrating 50 years of keeping British drivers safe on the road and continuing to be here when you need help to make sure that your car is ready for every journey ahead.
Game day weather report on TalkSport 2 with QuickFit. Drive away happy every time.
Well, the great thing is, fans in the stadium, how many tonight? Looks pretty full to me, Nigel.
Yeah, it's not quite full, but tremendous atmosphere. And yeah, both sets of supporters, the Austrians and North Macedonia. By the way, big shout out for the the regular choice of shirt for North Macedonia, a piece of magnificent work, I believe, that replica shirt. As someone who's at a certain age where I don't really wear replica football shirts, Perry, I think I'd consider purchasing a North Macedonia shirt.
I'm not sure if the colour scheme goes with my colour and my red head, to be fair. Looked like a bit of a court jester, Nige, to be honest.
When we were watching the England game this afternoon, and by the way, if you don't know, we've been on another planet. They beat Croatia by 1-0. Half of the pitch was in complete shade, and Perry said to me, if I was playing, that's the side I'd be on. I'm ginger.
I'd be swapping wings. Left wing, right wing, second half.
It was good fun to watch the game with you, Perry. Nigel, you've got the top man alongside you. Looking forward to this one. Just a reminder, 8 o'clock on Talk Sport tonight. Dan Windle in the chair, Adam Bridge and Matt Holland, your commentary team. The other game in this group, Netherlands against Ukraine. Whoever can get a result, if somebody can get a win in this game, puts them in a great position, puts the pressure on Holland and the Ukraine. And tomorrow, Talk Sport kicks off at 2 o'clock. Jim White is your host. Who else? Alex Crook and Chris Iwelumo, former Scotland striker. Scotland against the Czech Republic. Talk Sport 2 tomorrow evening at 5 o'clock. Dan in the chair again. Poland against Slovakia. Mark Wilson and Perry Groves. 2 consecutive days of doing an awful lot of work, Perry. There you go. So
some cheap, Russ.
Good agent, pal.
Do yourself
That's what
down.
I think. Right, the teams coming onto the pitch. Austria against North Macedonia. And to take you through the first half, he won the title twice with Arsenal. It's Perry Groves and Nigel Pearson.
Ross, thank you very much indeed. Yes, the National Arena Bucharest is booming tonight with a wonderful atmosphere as North Macedonia now make their way out onto the field of play from the same tunnel area, which is different to how we saw behind closed doors football in the UK, of course, when teams came from separate parts of the stadium. But yes, it looks as though North Macedonia will be playing in their regular red shirts tonight, and it's time for the respective national anthems here. Kick-off just a few moments away, and the fans really creating a buzz around this Bucharest arena. There were tears in players' eyes. The fans were raising the roof for the North Macedonia national anthem, and what an atmosphere. You can hear it, no doubt. It is amazing. And here is the Austrian national anthem. huge flag in the Austrian section of the crowd. See Eriksson, get well soon. The world of football is thinking about the Dane. Now we focus on a big game for both these nations here in Bucharest. And let's just remind you of how the teams are lining up here this evening. We start with the Austrian side. It's Bachmann in goal, Leiner, Dragovic, Hinterlager and Ulmer across the back. And then in the middle, it's Baumgartner, Leimer, Schlager and Alaba. And then Sabitzer will slot in just behind Kaladzic for the Austrian side. As far as North Macedonia are concerned, Dimitrevski is in goal. 3 defenders, Musliu, Velkovsky and Ristovsky. You have 2 wing-backs. Wide on the right is Nikolov, and Alioski is wide on the left-hand side as the wing-back. And then it's Elmas, Ademi and Bardi in the middle, behind Tchaikovsky and Pandev, the 37-year-old striker, up top. Around about half full, socially distanced arena in Bucharest. And the first time that North Macedonia have played in a major UEFA European finals tournament, and as such a momentous night in the history of North Macedonian football. A couple of notable names, of course, that British fans will know. Alioski in the lineup for North Macedonia, the Leeds United player. And for those of you wondering about Marko Arnautovic for Austria, he starts on the bench tonight. He's 33 years of age now. Marko Arnautovic, the former West Ham and Stoke City man, plays his football in Shanghai now, of course. But he starts on the bench. Now, he is their most dangerous attacking threat, but there is a theory that perhaps he's just lost that edge. Now, just to confirm the way the two teams are dressed this evening, all white for North Macedonia and black for the Austrian side. So a change of kit for both nations tonight, which doesn't happen very often. But we're about to get underway. We're very much looking forward to this game in the National Arena in Bucharest. We're watching on from London, Perry Groves and myself, bringing you all the action. Andreas Ekberg is the man who is about to get us underway in this Group C clash, and it's going to be Austria attacking left to right. Black shirts and sky blue shorts and socks as we await the game to get underway. Looking forward to this one, Perry. What are your thoughts?
Very much so. The passion in the stadium, especially from the North Macedonians when they were singing their national anthem. And if the players can match that passion of their fans, then we're going to have one hell of a game on our hands.
We're underway then, and Austria away to our left in that dark shirt with Dragovic, the centre of defence, alongside Hinterlager now, as Austria, who've never won a game in the major European finals. Pushing forward here now down on the right-hand side of play with Konrad Leimer looking to make an impression going forward, but the ball's just run away from him, and North Macedonia away to our right will have a goal kick as the defender just was able to see the ball roll out of play. Velkovsky, and a big night for the North Macedonian coach as well, Igor Angelovsky, who is 44 years of age, was appointed in October 2015, but only signed a 6-month contract extension in January. So it's a big night for him to try and get a result and maybe stake a claim going forward. Now North Macedonia on the left-hand side of play, up to halfway with Alioski. Plays the ball forward and want to throw in on the near touchline here now, the Leeds United man. Plays it short on halfway there for Nikolov, and now the ball's out of play again, so it's a second successive throw in. And this time North Macedonia will settle for that, as the atmosphere really is electric. Throwing now again for Alioski for the North Macedonian side, and plays it down the channel towards Elmas on the left, tries to go through 2 Austrian players, but it's won back nicely there by Stefan Leimer, who launches a long ball forward towards the halfway line, and there's too much purchase on it, and North Macedonia are able to win the ball back, and Alioski goes all the way back to his goalkeeper Dimitrevski, making his 43rd appearance for North Macedonia this evening. Just a steady start to this one.
Yes, it's a little bit nervy. Neither team can get themselves on the board. A couple of times the ball's gone into Kaladzic up front for Austria, and he's failed to hold it up. But one thing I noticed, Volosky, the North Macedonian centre-half, when it come into Kalajdzic, he just dropped off. He's playing up front of his own. You can't afford to drop off a couple of yards. You've got to go and engage the ball.
Austria have it on halfway now, on the left-hand side of play. And calling for the ball on the right-hand side is Dragovic, but it's held up quite nicely that time by David Alaba, playing deep here for the Austrian side now, looking to push forward.
Yeah, North Macedonia out of position. They just go back into a flat back five, three in midfield, and just leave Tchaikovsky and Pandev up front. But every player from North Macedonia is back in their own half.
Long ball forward, left-footed from David Alaba inside his own half, but had too much purchase on the ball. Far too much pace, and it's gone behind for another goal kick for North Macedonia, which will do them quite nicely. Good defensively, Austria, but pretty suspect when it comes to finding the back of the net. That is a big concern for them. They qualified from Group G as runners-up. It's Poland, Israel, Slovenia, North Macedonia and Latvia. 2-1 and 4-1 victories over North Macedonia in the group stages, but to be fair, North Macedonia went on a decent run after that, and proving to be a tough team to beat, and playing with confidence as well, as the ball's just tipped forward there from Goran Pandev. There's a foul committed though, and it's going to be a free kick to Austria. Tchaikovsky going in a little bit too hard on that occasion on Lama, and it's going to be on Liner, and it's going to be a free kick to Austria away to our left. Just a cagey start, just filling each other out, really getting used to the pace and the conditions. No great pace about the game so far. But it's Austria 0, North Macedonia 0 on TalkSport 2. We're in the 4th minute of the game, and that's a decent knock forward for David Alaba now, who's trying to make progress forward. But North Macedonia bring the ball away now on the left-hand side of play, and this is a good opportunity for Tchaikovsky now, who sees Alioski away to his left, and all of a sudden Austria have to scramble the ball away, but only as far as outside the area. And Elmas squares the ball here towards I.M. Ademi. Demi holds the ball up and plays it out wide towards the right-hand side of play for the North Macedonian number 13, Ristovski, and now there's a free kick on the halfway line. Austria playing in their black shirts here this evening, and the ball's up towards halfway, and we're in the 6th minute of the game. It's Austria 0, North Macedonia 0.
Yeah, I think it was a good overlap from Alioski on the left-hand side for North Macedonia. Tchaikovsky held the ball up and just rolled him in. And to be fair, Alioski's normally got better quality than that. He's got to make sure that he whips the ball across the 6-yard box, end up hitting the first man.
Now the ball's going forward, midway inside the North Macedonia half here for Hinteregger. Plays the ball towards the penalty spot, but there's too much on that again. That's happening too often for Austria. They're playing balls towards the penalty area, and there's too much on it. That was aimed for Sasa Kalajdzic, the striker, who showing good early signs at 23 years of age, the Stuttgart player. 3 goals in 7 caps for Austria. But the majority of this Austrian squad do play in Germany, and there is plenty of quality in that side.
Yeah, so bits of there just drifting out to the left-hand side, coming on his right foot. And the problem that Austria look like they're going to have is Kalajdzic was up front on his own. There was nobody else around him. So if you don't hit Kalajdzic, then the ball just went out behind Dimitrievski's goal. Austria have got to commit more players into the box.
Yeah, Kalajdzic, the big man, the tallest player in the Bundesliga. And has got a bit of class about him as well. He's not just a target man, he's got a decent bit of skill. See if we can see much evidence of that as the game progresses here now. And Austria moving towards halfway. Strong challenge going in that time from the tallest player in the Bundesliga. North Macedonia, who get the ball clear away to the right-hand side of play, and Ademi. They're in a good position. Alabar's now back defending, back tracking for Austria. A good tackle, puts the ball out of play. It's level with the edge of the penalty area, and it's going to be a throw in that time to North Macedonia as Alabar comes back to do some defensive work as well. Had him down as the left-hand side of midfield, but he's doing a lot of work deep as well. David Alabar, to be fair to him, doing a good job for his team in the early stages of this match in Bucharest. Austria 0, North Macedonia 0. TalkSport 2, bringing you all the action from Euros 2020. The ball's out of play on halfway now for North Macedonia, who are not lacking confidence, Perry. They're not backwards at going forwards, are they?
No, they're just in possession at the moment with Elmas on this left-hand side. When they're in possession, they don't mind committing bodies forward and getting them past Tchaikovsky. But his movement's been really good. His lateral movement, where he's going to work the back three of Austria. But at the moment, neither team can get more than sort of 3 or 4 passes together to get themselves in a little bit of rhythm.
Yeah, throw into Austria on this near side. Alioski wants a free kick because of the collision on this near touchline with Konrad Leimer, the RB Leipzig player. But Alioski's out of luck that time, and the ball's just inside the Austrian half. You just see it again here on our replays in front of our monitors. Alioski was going down anyway. He just caught his ankle. I don't think there's too much in that, Perry.
No, I think Alioski was waiting for the challenge from Leimer, and to be fair to referee Andreas Ekberg, he just basically told Alioski to get up because he's gone down too easy.
Get up and get on with it, I think, was the quite simple message there. But North Macedonia have got themselves a free kick just inside the Austrian half now. And again, Alioski looking to make them tick and get them moving here. But Austria have won the ball back now, and it's deep inside their own half with Martin Hinteregger, the Eintracht Frankfurt player. His 56th appearance tonight for Austria. Slow pace to the game, very cagey start to this game. Alaba now out wide towards the right-hand side of play, and Dragovic on the halfway line. Alaba again holds the ball up, the Bayern Munich man who joins Real Madrid on July the 1st after this tournament. And just playing at a fairly slow pace and looking for movement, looking for any kind of space. The ball's up towards the edge of the centre circle now, and they come forward again with Sabitzer out wide towards the right-hand side, and Dragovic. Decent ball forward that time from Hinteregger into the penalty area and headed into the arms of the North Macedonian goalkeeper from Baumgartner, and the goalkeeper Dimitrievski. Quite simple for him.
Again, it's a decent ball in from the right-hand side from Lena, and as the ball gets put in diagonally, Kaladzic then pulls off onto the far post. He tries to head it back across 6-yard box. There's nobody else in the box from Austria.
Now they go forward. North Macedonia on the left-hand side of play. Here's Alexander Tchaikovsky from the Mallorca club, and the ball's played through into the path dangerously of Goran Pandev. The offside flag didn't go up, but Pandev just pulled up a little bit short there, and the ball's gone through towards Bachmann in the Austrian goal. But that was a handy little ball through. Pandev, the man who got the winning goal to get them through to qualify for this tournament. And now the ball's on halfway with Hinteregger again. Just looking for some moment of magic from somewhere, Perry.
Yeah, it's Austria that are dominating possession, but all they're doing is going across the pitch with their back three, and it's Alaba who's playing as the centre of the three at the back. He's the one who's been on the ball more than anybody, but they've got to look and see if they can ping the ball into midfield, see if they can pierce the midfield of North Macedonia. So Leimer and Schlager, they're the ones who've got to try and get themselves on the ball, make themselves available, because at the moment, everything, although Austria are dominating possession, is going in front of North Macedonia. They look quite comfortable, don't they, when they're out of possession.
First 10 minutes have elapsed in Bucharest, and it is Austria 0, North Macedonia 0 in Group C. Head-to-head, by the way, they've only met twice before. Austria have won both. They were in the qualifying group games, of course. And they were the first ever fixtures between the two nations. Austria winning 2-1 in Vienna in November 2019, when COVID was not even heard of. Alaba and Leiner got the goals. Stoyanovski got a consolation in injury time. And Austria won 4-1 in June 2019, despite going behind to an own goal. But Lazaro, Arnautovic twice, and Bechelai with an own goal gave them the victory. But since then, North Macedonia have improved a lot and have gone on a decent run of results, including that World Cup qualifier win against Germany back in March. And they try and launch the ball forward now deep inside their own half towards Pandev, but he can't get to it. It's returned with interest from the Austrian defence, and again Austria try and get on the ball but give it away too easily, and Pandev's there again, holds it up nicely and flicks the ball through down the channel towards Nikolov, and Pandev's on the right hand side of play as he whips it towards Alioski, but there on the edge of the area was Stefan Leiner for Austria to head the ball clear. Great atmosphere, not really being matched by the standard of the play so far.
If it was a boxing match, it'd be shadow boxing, wouldn't it? They're just the first 2 or 3 rounds where you sort of look at your opponent, you try and suss them out. Nobody's really going for the juggling moment. from North Macedonia's point of view, they've got to try and look to get Pandev on the ball a little bit more. We had a little sort of cameo of him over on the right-hand side there, and when he looked up, to be fair to Macedonia, they had 4 in the box, but his cross didn't quite have enough quality, which is unusual for him.
Alioski now up to 45 caps for North Macedonia. He scored 8 times for them. He's now 29 years of age. Only a matter of time before he reaches the 50 cap mark, I'm sure. But Austria have the ball now, have never won a game in the Euros. Sabitzer moves into the North Macedonian half, edges towards the edge of the centre circle. And again, they're struggling for options. They're just standing on the ball and there's nobody running off the ball for them.
Well, the thing is, Sabitser's getting a bit frustrated, so he's coming very, very deep. He's actually deeper than his own midfield two of Lamer and Schlager. If I was those, so I'd be telling him to get out of that area. You know, if you're going to play as the number 10, don't come behind us. Make sure that you're closer up front to Kaladzic.
Yeah, they're coming forward now, the Austrians, with Hinteregger as he moves the ball forward. But again, 2 North Macedonia. The only defenders are there to scramble the ball away. This time they pick the ball up towards Tchaikovsky into the path of Pandev, who goes down. He's appealing for a free kick. Referee Ekberg having none of that. Now, what can Austria do with this? They've got possession. They hold the ball up with Schlager. It's gone back here towards Hinteregger. Hinteregger whips the ball. In towards the edge of the penalty area, and there's a header coming in there for the Austrians from Stefan Leiner, and it's weak and into the arm. It's comfortably of Dimitrescu in the North Macedonia goal. We're up to the 14-minute mark here, and it's Austria 0, North Macedonia 0. Both teams maybe feeling the nerves, feeling the tension, the pressure even. And that's reflected in the way the game has started, because it's a very slow pace to this game, and Austria have won the ball back again here now, just looking for that one moment of magic. Kaladzic holds the ball up now, plays it back towards the edge of the centre circle, and it's Schlager who holds the ball up, the Wolfsburg player, back towards
so obviously you got Kaladzic up front, he's sort of more central, and it was Leiner coming from that deep right back position on the blind side. My time in the run was absolutely perfect.
What a finish as well. Goodness me, it could have gone so wrong. An attempted finish like that. And now Austria with that one goal cushion, approaching the 20-minute mark in Bucharest. TalkSport 2, Austria 1, North Macedonia 0. You're listening to Euro Game Day Live on TalkSport 2 with Intuit QuickBooks, helping you take care of business. Perry Groves alongside me, Nigel Pearson, in London, enjoying the action from Bucharest tonight as Alioski heads the ball back towards his own goalkeeper. And Austria with that lead. On the balance of play, it has to be said, you could argue it's a little bit harsh on North Macedonia, but it was a well-worked goal, and I guess it was going to take something like that to make a difference.
As I said, Austria have had the high percentage of possession, but they hadn't.
Great credit for the ball in, absolutely magnificent. And the finish, well, what can we say? Something special. And Leiner, superb finish with a volley. If you do get a chance to see that later on tonight or whenever, I'm sure you'll appreciate it as much as we have done seeing it just a few moments ago. Austria have the ball on halfway. Leiner now holds the ball up towards the midfielder Schlager, moving forward now as they come forward at pace again, and a ball whipped in from the left-hand side, and a good save by the keeper that time, because the ball was whipped in and Kaladzic was in on goal, and a first-time shot And that was a magnificent ball in once again from Savica, and a real opportunity for Sasa Kaladzic into the keeper's arms, and it remains 1-0 Austria.
Nigel, you know what? I don't think Kaladzic realised he had more time because he was completely unmarked.
Around him, yeah.
Exactly, in between the two centre-halves. Savica again, the one who's drifting out to that left-hand side. He's got the free roll, another quality ball in, and Kaladzic there could have actually taken a touch. Could have taken a touch with his right foot, finished with his left. He's tried to go with the outside of his right foot on the volley. Didn't really sort of make a good connection. In the end, it was quite a simple save from Dimitrievski.
Yes, and like you say, Perry, he did have more time on his hands there that he just didn't realise. 4 matches unbeaten for North Macedonia and 3 wins along the way. Their only defeat in the 2021 calendar year so far was against Romania in the World Cup qualifier in March. And they did beat Germany 2-1. Germany's first World Cup qualifying defeat since that 5-1 defeat by England in September 2001. Elmas and Pandev scoring the goals there. Now Austria moving forward down the right-hand side. Lima moving forward towards the edge of the penalty area, but that's a good working challenge from Velkovsky. Up towards halfway now. Still 1-0 to Austria against North Macedonia in Bucharest. Live commentary here, Perry Groves and Nigel Pearson, TalkSport 2. And Alioski has a throw-in on this near side for North Macedonia, who've scored 14 goals in their 5 matches this year. So will we see goals from them today? Austria with the only goal so far.
Yeah, just a sign of the confidence that's gradually growing into the Austrian team, because you mentioned that they weren't getting runners beyond that time. It was Lema, the central midfield player, trying to get himself in behind the North Macedonian centre-backs, and Velikovsky actually came across and slid the danger away. But I think they're just starting to grow in stature, Austria.
Now midway inside the North Macedonia half, Austria trying to wrestle some sort of possession here. Pandev is on the ball, he's gone down under pressure that time from Lima, and he's won himself a free kick. I think he went down a little bit too easily there, but referee Ekberg was pretty close, had a good view of it.
Just a little sign there, when the ball goes into Pandev, the Austrian back 5, they know that he's the danger man, and Liner there was straight at him, closing him down, make sure he couldn't turn, gave him a little nudge in his back just to let him know he was there. So you can't let the player of Pandev's quality have time on turn, and Austria haven't allowed to do that at the moment.
Pandev playing deep quite a lot as well. Needs to get more advanced really for North Macedonia here. Pandev again, there's my point. Moving forward now from halfway. Squares the ball out towards here the right-hand side, and Ristovski now. He's tackled on the right-hand side of play, and his body is brought down by Martin Hinteregger, the Eintracht Frankfurt man. And it's going to be a free kick to North Macedonia on the right-hand side. Decent possession.
Complete unnecessary foul from Hinteregger there, because Bardi's going nowhere. You know, when you look at players and Bardi's facing the own touchline, and you say to Hinteregger, why have you tried to win the ball? You've put your team under pressure when we weren't under any pressure at all. So now it'll be Alioski over on the right-hand side with his sweet left foot trying to bend the ball into the 18-yard box.
Yeah, Leeds United fans will know what Alioski can do. And he's out on the right-hand side of play now, Austria's left. As we try and make something of this now. Left-footed, curls it towards the edge of the 6-yard area, and it's cleared away by Alabar. And a free kick to Austria, a foul committed in the penalty area. And the danger is clear from an Austrian perspective. And that, David Alabar again, deep in the heart of the defence, but looks very much as though there was a shove that time on Baumgartner, and that is what the free kick is given for. And that was a little bit careless from Musliu, the North Macedonian. So a free kick to Austria, which they've taken quite quickly, and have launched the ball deep inside the North Macedonian half, but it's gone out of play for a North Macedonia throw.
Again, it's an unnecessary free kick from Musliu, because Baumgartner is under pressure. He's facing his own goal, and Musliu is just basically pushed him in the back with both his hands.
Now Austria moving forward again as Baumgartner heads the ball forward, but trying to keep the ball in play, just lost it. And Alioski is there now for North Macedonia. 2 players on him, he slipped, and the ball's out of play for a throw-in on this near side. Liner, the goal scorer, was involved in that, and it's a throw-in to North Macedonia. Alioski just slipped, no real contact there.
Difference in styles though, because when North Macedonia have possession in their own half, The Austrians are on the front foot. Liner there demonstrating guiding, closing the ball down, not letting Alioski have any time whatsoever. Whereas when Austria are in possession, North Macedonia just retreat and go into their own half. So it's Austria now just trying to force the pace of the game.
Igor Angelovski, the North Macedonia coach, will be fairly disappointed about the way that goal was conceded. 17th coach in 28 years of North Macedonia playing international football, and now an opportunity for Pandev, and North Macedonia have scrambled an equaliser. Keeper came off his line, Bachmann, and Pandev is there, and that is quite a remarkable response from Goran Pandev, who is 37 years of age and has just scored his 38th international goal. Keeper couldn't deal with it properly. Pandev was there to cash in, slots the ball in the back of the net. We maybe looked out for a flag on that far side or a foul for the referee to award a free kick, but Pandev has slotted it home, and it's Austria 1, North Macedonia 1.
Bachmann has to do better. It's a ricochet that comes through the centre of the defence from Austria. Bachmann comes out, tries to smother it. He has to make sure that he keeps hold of the ball. So as he's come out, he's lost the ball completely. He's collided with Alaba, and to be fair to Pandev, he's nice and lively. He actually can't believe his luck, Nigel, to be fair, because as I say, Bachmann has clattered into Alaba, but you have to make sure you keep hold of the ball. That goes down as a goalkeeping mistake. In the end, it's Pandev who gets the loose ball, takes a touch with his left foot and just rolls it in with his second touch. No one saw that goal coming, Nigel, did they, to be fair?
No.
That is a goal out of nothing. Goes down as a goalkeeping mistake, I'm afraid.
If there's one man you want in that position to cash in, it's Goran Pandev, and so it's proved. And that was a comedy of errors from Austria, because it all started with a rebound as a clearance came off an Austrian player, then into the path of Bachmann. Bachmann didn't deal with it, and Pandev cashed in. Disappointment for the Watford keeper, got to be said, as Austria come forward now with Schlager, holds the ball up, one apiece on TalkSport 2, and one or two boos around the ground. But on the balance of play, I don't think one apiece is too unfair.
I think Austria have slightly been the better side in possession-wise. Up until that moment, North Macedonia hadn't really been a threat going forward. It just shows you have to keep your concentration levels up at 100%, especially as a goalkeeper, because Bachmann really hasn't had anything to do. And the first thing he's had to do is make the right decision to come out and try and smother the ball, but you must keep hold of it. If you're clearing everybody out of the way, which he did, you've got to keep hold of the ball.
Ball on halfway now for Austria, right-hand side, North Macedonia's left, with Dragovic, holds the ball up, but concedes. Liner concedes the throw in that time, as the ball was played square from Alaba, who's playing very deep. And that'll be frustration for the Austrian head coach, Franco Foda. Sometimes accused of being too unadventurous, according to many. That's a 4-2-3-1 system, but that's not the case tonight. I don't think many people saw Alaba in the heart of a three at the back as well, which has come as a bit of a surprise to us all. Pinteregger now for Austria, holds the ball up on halfway, out wide towards the right-hand side, North Macedonia's left, and Dragovic squares the ball down towards Liner, moving towards the edge of the penalty area. Bit of tidying up to do for North Macedonia here, which they have done, thanks to Ademi. Some good, steady defensive work then to tidy up, and the ball goes out of play on this near side for a throw into North Macedonia. So we've reached the half-hour mark into the last third of the first half. It's Austria 1, North Macedonia 1. But I think North Macedonia, good value for that in terms of getting level.
Yep, the Austrian manager, Franco Foda, he'll be very, very disappointed, because it looked like Austria were just about to get a stranglehold on the game, being 1-0 up, just starting to get a little bit more confident, and just one lapse of concentration, you find yourself brought back to 1-1, and that will give North Macedonia a lift.
Well, Austria, we make mention of the fact that they've never won a game in their two previous Euro appearances. When you combine the Euros and the World Cup, only one win in 15 for Austria, 9 defeats and 5 draws. That's not good.
The thing is now, is it one clean sheet last 16 in major tournaments. And we mentioned before the game, Nigel, didn't we, that you have to try and keep a clean sheet, and that is Austria's weakness.
TalkSport 2 bringing you commentary of Austria 1, North Macedonia 1, Bucharest Arena, as we watch on the TalkSport studios in London this early Sunday evening. And North Macedonia have got themselves a free kick just inside their own half, which Alioski takes short here for Vivo Mazliu, the Dinamo Zagreb player. Holds it up on the right-hand side of play now for North Macedonia, back inside towards halfway, and Enis Bardi, his 35th appearance for the North Macedonian side tonight. Alioski again, he's seen plenty of the ball on this left-hand touchline. That is a shaky ball cross-field towards the centre of the park, where he was looking for Velkovsky, and almost Austria were able to pounce there. There was a real threat from Sabitzer that maybe he could have latched onto that, but it's gone back towards Dimitrievski now for North Macedonia.
That's where Alioski should be looking to play forward. He should be looking to roll it into Elmas, who's outside on the left-hand side, and he's had the cardinal sin of actually playing a blind ball across the pitch. And it was, as I said there, Sabitzer and Kaladzic, if they were a little bit more switched on, then they'd have been in on goal.
North Macedonia did actually play at the National Arena, losing 3-2 to Romania in a World Cup qualifier on March the 25th. Ademi and Tchaikovsky scored the goals in the 3-2 defeat to Romania. Austria now coming forward again with the strong, towering presence of Baumgartner, who wins a corner for Austria. Ristovski puts the ball behind for an Austrian corner. It's one apiece, and a decent opportunity now for Austria.
Yeah, good skill from Baumgartner, just getting the ball on the half turn, trying to drive at the North Macedonian centre halves, and it was Ristovski who just came across on the cover. Now corner for Austria on their right hand side will be swung in by Alaba.
Alaba indeed on this right hand side now, but there's a bit of jostling for positions in the penalty area that the referee Ekberg isn't happy about, and so I'm going to have a word with them there. They've got to be careful. There's a threat of elbows going in somewhere in the penalty area. It's very untidy. Alaba now whips the ball in left-footed. Keeper punches it away. Good work from Dimitrievski towards the edge of the penalty area. Played back towards the area, and it's cleared comfortably. But there's a player down. Play has been stopped now. I think Austria have just realised with Konrad Laimer just realising that the referee had stopped the play after a collision with Velkovsky, just holding the back of his head, but I don't think there's any harm done there.
Just an accidental coming together with Hinteregger and Velkovsky. Brilliant goalkeeping by Dimitrievski earlier as the ball was whipped in from Alaba with his left foot. What you want when it's a dangerous ball coming in the centre 6-yard box, you want your goalkeeper to be nice and strong and positive, and Dimitrievski was exactly that.
You're listening to Euro Game Day live on TalkSport 2 with TradePoint, with a lineup of over 40,000 products in stores nationwide and online. Get all you need when you need it at TradePoint. Into the last 10 minutes of this first half in Bucharest now. Austria 1, North Macedonia 1. The game has stepped up pace-wise since the goals went in. I think that's a fair comment. Very slow start from both sides for the first 10 or 15 minutes. Ball's held up now for North Macedonia with Vivo Mazliu. Squares the ball out wide towards the right-hand touchline, and Ristovski holds the ball up as Austria try and win the ball back, which they do. And now the ball is in the possession of Konrad Laimer, the RB Leipzig player. Giving it away again, careless from Austria. North Macedonia snapping at their heels. Terrific atmosphere from the crowd, really making plenty of noise as North Macedonia go forward with Elmas again. Elmas squares the ball nicely here towards Mazliu, towards the edge of the penalty area, and Austria have broken the attack down. Tchaikovsky tried to get there. Then Austria with an opportunity of possession with Kaladzic, but North Macedonia have won it back with dogged determination. Elmas holds it square towards Alioski. He plays it inside here now towards Tchaikovsky. Tchaikovsky squares the ball out wide for an opportunity for an optimistic shot from Stefan Ristovski. It's off target, it's over the bar, And it's Austria 1, North Macedonia 1.
Yeah, Ristovski's there as a centre-half. You've got to know your own limitations. As the ball was rolled out to him on the right-hand side, he's got 35 yards in front of him. Actually, just carry the ball, and then you might be able to flick it on the outside to Bardi. Decides to have a shot, and if you're the Austrian back three and backman in goal, that's where you want the centre-half to be shooting from 35 yards. So you just got to be a little bit more patient. Just looking at North Macedonia, Nigel, Elmas has just started to get himself on the ball just a little bit more on the left-hand side for North Macedonia. He's just drifted in central just to get him on the ball, see if he can get a little bit of rhythm in their pass.
Plays for Napoli, Elmas. An all-rounder, has Turkish roots, and is the youngest Macedonian to make a big transfer abroad. Good on the ball, created. Benfica interested as well. Be interesting to see if anything comes of that one, as we have a free kick. Bit of rain in the air coming down in Bucharest, and both coaches watch on, but I suspect the more frustrated coach so far has to be Franco Foda of Austria, after seeing his side take the lead. North Macedonia now hold the ball up with Elif Elmas again on this left-hand side. Good dribbling, good skill. Tries to draw the foul. Now there is a foul committed that time though on the Austrian Konrad Laimer. Goal scorer Stefan Leiner to give Austria the lead. Goran Pandev, the equaliser for North Macedonia, the 37-year-old. And it'll be interesting to see whether Foda turns to Arnautovic later in this match. Now on the left-hand side is Andreas Ulmer for Austria. Back towards midway inside the North Macedonia half. Alaba now squares it here inside towards Dragovic. Ball on halfway. Austria have shaded the possession stats in this first half. Not a lot in it though, to be fair. First 10-15 minutes was more like a game of chess, wasn't it?
The thing is, there's a difference in the North Macedonians. When Austria are in possession, they're not retreating. Their default position that particular time with Tchaikovsky and Pandev actually going to close the three centre-halves down of Austria, whereas before they were just retreating into their own half. So maybe that's a sign of a little bit of growing confidence.
We shall see. Important now not to concede again before half-time, with 6 minutes before the break due in Bucharest. Now the ball again is with David Alaba with Bayern Munich, but as you said, moving to Real Madrid from July the 1st. And now Austria hold the ball up midway inside their own half. They go deep again to Alaba, edge of the centre circle. Nice first time ball, that time towards the right-hand side of play. Ball whipped in from the right, and there's the header away from the edge of the penalty area. Koski away towards the touchline on this near side. Picked up here by Leiner, the goal scorer. And now it's out for a throw into Austria on this near side. An opportunity for them to push deep inside the North Macedonia.
Just looking at Kaladzic there up front. Austria, he's 6'7". The ball's on the right-hand side. He decides to go near post. You'd be saying to your towering striker, no, we want you far post to come and attack, because Baumgartner was at the near post and they both just watched the ball sail over their head. So I think he should be spinning around the back.
5 minutes to half-time. Austria 1, North Macedonia 1 on TalkSport 2. Bringing you all the action as the ball's whipped into the penalty area. Coming together there of the number 14 Velkovsky. And I don't think there's any harm. That's purely accidental. And it looks as though the man down is Baumgartner. Just a purely accident. Baumgartner's running to his shoulder. He didn't know he was there. He's just caught his shoulder on his chin. It's purely accidental, that. You'll feel it though, Perry, won't he?
All Velkovsky is doing is very clever. He's just following the flight of the ball, just making sure that he follows the path of the ball but holds his line. And he said there, Baumgartner then has run into Velkovsky. He said there was no intent there whatsoever, but just very, very good defending from Velkovsky.
Well, Baumgartner just didn't even know he was there. He must have been like running into a brick wall. Not that I've ever run into a brick wall, but he just caught his cheek on his shoulder, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's okay. I've got to say, the referee, I think Andras Ekberg has been very, very good. You know, he's just let the game flow. He hasn't been too picky. I can't think if he's given a yellow card out at the moment.
No, he hasn't, no.
So there's been a few fouls, but he's let the game flow. He's not been too fussy.
Dragovic is down now, and he's holding his cheekbone. So referee Ekberg very quick to blow his whistle that time. And there is an elbow that has gone up from Tchaikovsky on that occasion into the cheekbone, it seems. And it's a yellow card. First one of the game. Yeah, you just mentioned nobody's had a yellow card, and bang, there he is.
To be fair to Tchaikovsky, he knew what he was doing, because you can't get your leverage without putting your elbows up, but there was a second movement into Dragovic's face, and that is a deserved yellow card.
Yeah, you can't do that. It's as simple as that. You're asking for the referee to make a decision when something like that happens, and he'll be feeling it, that's for sure. So a break in play, and I was just about to say we might not have much time added on here, because there's hardly been a stoppage. And then look at this now.
Exactly. I think that's the first time that we've had the medical team on, and he's going to be okay, because he was actually rolling around. When someone rolls around, obviously it's very sore, but if you roll around, then you know that the person's going to be all right.
So we're into the final couple of minutes in this match. Well, the first half, I should say.
Slow burner, wasn't it? Like
very much so, yeah.
First sort of 15 minutes, both teams sort of sussing each other out. Austria dominating possession, and then scoring a fantastic goal through Lehner, the Austrian right back. Fantastic finish.
Yeah.
And then, as you said, the frustration will be from Austria's manager Franco Foda, where make the opposition work hard for a goal, because when the ball comes through and Bachmann actually comes and slides out, Tchaikovsky goes in for the challenge, but you've got to make sure as a goalkeeper that you hold on to the ball.
Yeah, it was a comedy of errors for the North Macedonian equaliser. A mix-up, but the ultimate blame has to go down to Daniel Bachmann, the Watford goalkeeper, and he'll be absolutely devastated when he watches it. Well, he might avoid watching it back, actually, to be fair.
Well, no, I think with the goalkeeping coaches as well, you have to go through it, and all he's done is, it looks like that as Tchaikovsky challenges him, then he just doesn't keep enough purchase on the ball. It looks like his hands and his forearms are just a bit too weak, and the ball comes loose, because Bachmann actually doesn't know where the ball is. So to be fair to Pandev, he's followed it in, his second touch rolled it into an empty net, and Bachmann certainly was in an overdrive there.
Yep, Dragovic is up, and we're continuing play here in the final minute of regular first half action, and first yellow card on the field of play. Dragovic, though, back on, and now Austria have the ball midway inside the North Macedonian half. Can they end this first half with a late rally here? One apiece, the scoreline. Header back towards the edge of the penalty area, and fed back into the box from Stefan Lehner, and away for an Austrian corner. Velkovsky, the man who managed to put it behind, and here's a real opportunity now for the Austrians so late in this first half. We wait the board to go up to tell us just how much longer we are going to have added on to the end of this first half, but that was a crucial clearance from just inside the 6-yard area.
Fantastic ball in from Lehner again from this right-hand side foot to danger area, and brilliant defending from Velkovsky to clear the danger.
Alabar with a corner, edge of the 6-yard area. That's a crucial header clear. 2 minutes added on. We're in the first of 2 minutes to be added on at the end of this first half, and the ball headed out towards the far touchline for Austria to take a throw-in. Alabar retreats deep once again now. So a throw-in it is. It's almost level with the edge of the North Macedonian penalty area. It's one apiece if you have just joined us on TalkSport 2 between Austria and North Macedonia, as the ball's out of play once again on that far touchline for a throw-in to Austria in their black shirts, sky blue shorts and sky blue socks as well. Change kit for both these sides tonight.
No, you know, we were saying it was a surprise, wasn't it? Alabar's playing in the middle of the back three. He's, without Arnautovic, Alabar is their best player. So I'd want, if you was Franco Foda, the Austrian manager, your best player in a position that you can influence the game more, not who's furthest away from the opposition's goal.
It's taken us by surprise, really, the way they set up. And the ball is now in towards the North Macedonia penalty area, but it runs out with Lima on this near side as he tries to play the ball through and thread it through towards the edge of the penalty area. Throw which Lima is going to take again here now. Short for Stefan Lima, the goal scorer for Austria. Headed back here from Konrad Lima. Up towards the edge of the penalty area again, but that time Pandev is there to win the ball back for the North Macedonia side. We're in the final stages of this first half in the arena in Bucharest, the National Arena in Bucharest. And it looks like we're going to go into the break level here. Both these sides who, I think Perry Grove summed it up perfectly, made it a bit of a slow burner as a start. And the referee Ekberg brings to an end the first half. It's Austria 1, North Macedonia 1 at the break. The goal scorer Stefan Lina for Austria with a superb volley early on. Goran Pandev cashed in on a Daniel Bachmann mistake to equalise. The veteran scoring his 38th goal and his 120th appearance for North Macedonia. And we go into half-time in Bucharest with a scoreline of Austria 1, North Macedonia 1.
Thank you very much, Nigel Perry. That was a really good first half. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I'm just saying it was a bit of a slow start, wasn't it? The first 10-15 minutes for us, where both teams sort of just sussing each other out, a bit of shadow boxing. Austria dominating possession, North Macedonia just retreating into their own half into the 5-3-2 formation. And Austria didn't have any runners like threatening in behind. And when they did start to do that, that's where they got the goal from.
And it was Sabit's lovely cross. Stefan Leider, great finish on the far post. So it was one of the goals of the tournament. We've not had many games, but I think it still will be this time next week. Beautiful.
One of the goals of the highest quality. Russ Sabitzer just started to drift. He was that sort of the spare player for Austria. He drifted out onto the left-hand side, got the ball onto his right foot. Fantastic crossfield ball, probably 50, 60 yards, about shoulder height. And it was Alioski from North Macedonia who actually just went to sleep. So Stefan Lainer's got him behind him. And it's a brilliant finish for us because he's got a lot of time to think, as he's watching the ball come in the air to him. And it's on the right-hand side of the 6-yard box. And it's just a really sort of cool, technical side foot with the instep of his right foot.
And it goes across the goal.
Exactly. Give Dimitrevski absolutely no chance. They use the pace of the ball. And to be fair, Austria were just starting to get themselves on top. And that was a deserved 1-0 lead.
They could have got a second goal. Big Kaladic. He had a shot. It was saved by the keeper. I don't think he knew how much time he had.
No, again, it was that man, Sabitzer, drifting out to the left-hand side, just coming on his right foot. And said Kaladic was totally unmarked, probably about 7 yards out. He could have, taken a touch with his right foot and volleyed it with his left. And he's tried to, as it's come across his body, flick it with the outside of his right foot on the volley. And he didn't quite get enough purchase on it. And Dimitrevski in the North Macedonian goal, in the end, it was quite a simple save.
Yes, it was. In my notes, which I always diligently make when we're doing games, I've written down Goran Pandev, been pretty well marshalled by Austria. But then, what a sort of lapse of concentration. And Daniel Bachmann, the goalkeeper, ultimately gifting Pandev the ball, and he equalised. 38th goal of his career at international level.
Yeah, it was just Goran Pandev just being alive to the situation. But as the ball's ricocheted and it comes to Daniel Bachmann, the Austrian goalkeeper, he's favourite and he does the right thing. He comes out, when the goalkeeper slides along the floor, smothers the ball. Tchaikovsky, the North Macedonian centre forward, makes a challenge, and then Alaba is cleared out of the way. So that part of it for Bachmann is right, where you clear everybody, but you have to keep hold. His forearms and his hands have to be stronger. And he didn't know where the ball was. So as he sort of turned around to see where the ball was, Pandev just takes a touch of his left foot out of his feet and then just basically rolls it into an empty net. And that came slightly against the run of play because Austria looked like they were just starting to get in the ascendancy, a bit more confidence. And Franco Foda, the Austrian manager, he will be really disappointed because they haven't made North Macedonia work hard for their goal. And then when North Macedonia scored, then they start to get a little bit more confident. So it's very even Steven at the moment.
Is looking forward to the second half. Just a general point, why do you think Austria struggles so much to keep a clean sheet?
It's a concentration from individuals. We've been surprised that Alaba is playing as the centre half, in the middle of the three, where I think he will be better in front of his back three or back four. So it's just that one is a pure individual error where a goalkeeper, Bachmann had nothing to do. North Macedonia didn't have a shot on target. You've got to keep your concentration levels up, and he just waved a little bit.
Okay, thanks for the moment, Perry. All square at half-time. Anybody's game. Second half is coming up live here on TalkSport 2. But after the first half in this Euro 2020 game in Bucharest, Austria won, North Macedonia won.
Euro Game Day Live on TalkSport 2.
TalkSport.
The UEFA Euro 2020.
The goals are here.
Tomorrow afternoon from 5. Live full match commentary. Poland versus Slovakia. Kick-off 5 p.m.
We've got the Euros covered.
On TalkSport 2. Euro Game Day Live on TalkSport with Intuit QuickBooks. Simple, smart accounting software and expert support. All in one place with the team that's got you covered. Intuit QuickBooks, helping you take care of business.
Hello, buddy friend. Boy, aren't you excited? Nervous? Well, up for the big game. Makes you want to kick back, jump up and down, hide behind the sofa. Well, luckily you can order exclusive deals on great food throughout UEFA Euro 2020 only on Just Eat. From Pizza Hut, KFC, Papa John's, Burger King, Greg's. Goal! What a finish. Get in, my son. We got it.
Did somebody say Just Eat?
Available exclusively on Just Eat from selected stores and subject to availability between June 4 and July 11. See justeat.co.uk for details.
Want to take your business online? Get started by securing your ideal web address from 123reg. Choose from a range of affordable domain names starting from just 99p, including .co.uk or something more unique like .team. With no hidden fees and over 400 types of domains available, start growing your business by visiting 123-reg.co.uk today. Terms and conditions apply. Pricing excludes VAT at 20%.
Show Dandruff a red card with the on-target action of T-Gel. Steps up and scores! Neutrogena T-Gel Therapeutic Shampoo is the only scalp treatment with Nutar, a unique coal tar formulation with a triple effect proven to fight flakes, soothe itching and calm redness. It's a hat-trick! Get your head in the game with T-Gel Therapeutic Shampoo. Contains Nutar solubilized coal tar extract for the treatment of seborrheic dermatitis of the scalp psoriasis and dandruff. Always read the label.
Philip Schofield here. Have you ever thought about selling your car to WeBuyAnyCar.com and then thought, oh, I can't. I've got outstanding finance on it. Stop right there. Because WeBuyAnyCar.com could buy your car even if it has outstanding finance. They'll just sort it all out for you. Easy peasy. Take the hassle out of selling your car and enter your reg number now at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
Admin fee may apply. For more information, see WeBuyAnyCar.com/info.
Get ready for the big game with Asda. Mix and match our amazing barbecue range and get 2 packs for just £4. There's something for everyone, from scrumptious sausages and tasty pork to succulent fish and delicious plant-based options. Now that's a win. That's Asda price.
Selected Asda stores online, subject to availability, £2.20 to £3 each.
He's found space in the car park, shimmied his way into Howden's, and now he's got to score. Clive?
Howden's are looking forward to a summer of football and fun.
And he takes home the match ball for free.
Get a free Howden's football when you open a new Howden's trade account.
What a way to open your account.
At all 750 Howden's depots nationwide.
Get in there.
T's and C's apply while stocks last.
Howden's!
Who's he trying to be? Me? I don't sound like that, do I?
Euro Game Day Live on TalkSport 2 with TradePoint. Score big savings with exclusive trade-only deals and up to 10% off with our trade loyalty scheme. At TradePoint, initial minimum spend. Terms and conditions apply. See tradepoint.co.uk.
TalkSport.
The UEFA Euro 2020.
A sensational football summer.
Tomorrow night from 7. Live full match commentary. Spain versus Sweden. Kick-off 8 p.m.
Football without frontiers.
TalkSport.
Euro Game Day Live on TalkSport 2.
Calvin Phillips will try and make a run to split the lines, and he's not well. He receives the ball and he turns inside. He slips it in. It's Sterling, and England are off and running. Calvin Phillips has made it. Raheem Sterling puts it away. His first goal at a major tournament for England. And if he was a man who had a question mark
afternoon for England at Wembley. Raheem Sterling scoring the winner as England beat Croatia 1-0. It was live on TalkSport to start their Euro 2020 campaign with a win. England manager Gareth Southgate, though, decided to start Kieran at left back. Yes, we thought that as well, instead of Luke Shaw and Ben Chilwell, and he explained his decision to Faye Carruthers.
Yeah, look, he's firstly a very underrated player. His experience and communication along that back line is very important. Tyrone is still early stages of his international career, and I felt that would be a good balance to have Kieran in there. I know he's a right footer, but in the end the job is to stop crosses, is to organise, is to use the ball well, and he did all of those things.
So now we know. Raheem Sterling himself received criticism for his recent performances for England, but he says he tries not to read or listen to any of the outside noise.
To be honest with you, I think one of the things, playing football and being in major tournaments for a long time now, is knowing when to block noise out, and that's what I've done. I've blocked the outside world off and just tried to focus on coming into this tournament with a clear head. Fully focused to help my team, and that's the most important thing. I haven't tried to listen to any noise outside. Focus on myself. I know what I can bring to the team, and it's as simple as that.
Leeds United's Calvin Phillips had a really good game today. He started his first game at Wembley this afternoon and says the victory was a perfect way to top off a significant day for him and his family.
I feel good. I feel tired. Obviously, I'm very happy with the win. Very happy with the 3 points and just a contribution for the 3 points and the first win, and for it to be my first game at Wembley, I really enjoyed it.
Just to update you on the shocking events of yesterday with Christian Eriksen, Denmark's team doctor says the results of medical tests carried out on Christian have been normal so far. The Danish midfielder remains stable in hospital after collapsing during his team's Euro 2020 opening fixture against Finland yesterday, a game that they went on to lose by 1-0. Manager Kasper Hjulmand has confirmed that he's spoken with Eriksen since the incident.
Typically, Christian, he was concerned about us. So he said, yeah, and of course his family. And he said, yeah, I don't remember much, and I'm more concerned about you guys. How are you doing? So that just shows that these big players and the generosity and the big persons like Christian he's a hell of a player, but what a person he is as well. And yeah, he would like for us to play. If Christian is a football player, he said that he would love to. He feels like he could go out and play, and Christian feels best when his feet is close to a football.
There we go. Denmark's manager Kasper Hjulmand talking about Christian Eriksen, whose recovery continues in hospital, and we all send him, along with yours, of course, our very best wishes, and long may it continue. And there you are, a look at some of the main stories from Euro 2020 today, thanks to Intuit QuickBooks. Let's take a look at the key moments from the first half as well.
Half-time highlights on TalkSport 2 with Intuit QuickBooks. Reverse VAT, invoice management, CIS, sorted. Intuit QuickBooks, helping you take care of business.
We're in Bucharest tonight. Second half is coming up. The first 45 plus was really entertaining, and it's all square.
Lineman moving towards the edge of the penalty area. No goals between Austria and North Macedonia. Chip into the penalty area and a goal for Austria early on with Stefan Leiner at the far post.
What a finish from Stefan Leiner on the far post.
Now an opportunity for Pandev, and North Macedonia have scrambled an equaliser. Keeper came off his line, Backman, and Pandev is there. And that is quite a remarkable response from Goran Pandev.
Backman has to do better.
And we go into half-time in Bucharest with a scoreline of Austria 1, North Macedonia 1.
Just a reminder, every game from Euro 2020 is live on the TalkSport network. Second half of Austria against Macedonia coming up, and that was a look back at the first half. Brought to you by Intuit QuickBooks, official sponsor of TalkSport 2's coverage of UEFA Euro 2020.
Half-time highlights on TalkSport 2 with Intuit QuickBooks. Reverse VAT, invoice management, CIS, sorted. Intuit QuickBooks, helping you take care of business.
Well, we're just about to get ready with the second half. Nigel Pearson and Perry Groves here, commentary team. Very quickly, Perry, Austria will be looking to try and get a positive foothold in this game early in the second half. And if they don't, I guess we might see Marko Arnautovic.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see Franco Foda, the Austrian manager, if he puts him up front with Kaladzic, because what they're missing, Russ, at the moment is just that little bit of pace. And Arnautovic likes to come to the ball, so does Kaladzic. So he's got some decisions to make, Franco Foda. And also, from the Austrian point of view, they want to get Sabitzer on the ball a bit more. When Austria are dangerous, it's Sabitzer who's drifting around, especially out onto the left-hand side, and his passing range has been excellent.
Austria have never won a game at the Euros, and North Macedonia have never been in a major tournament. Really good first half. 1-1 it is. Second half coming up now with Perry and Nigel Pearson.
Ross, thank you very much indeed. And we're about to get underway once again in Bucharest for the second half of proceedings. And it will be North Macedonia in their all-white kit tonight, about to attack and get us underway at the start of this second half. I can tell you that Philipp Leinhardt from Freiburg has come on for Austria. So that's substitution at half-time, and North Macedonia attacking left to right as we look down on this monitor. We're in London. Dragovic is off. Alexander Dragovic is the man who has made way for the Austrians, and Philipp Leinhardt is the man who's come on. Only his fifth appearance at the age of 25, and we can only but wonder whether the coach Franco Foda has made that as a tactical move, or maybe there was a bit of a knock, but interesting.
I think it's more like for like, because Dragovic, he's the one who took the knock in the face, and he from Tchaikovsky with the elbow, and it looked like that his eye had swollen up, so maybe it's because obviously he's in a lot of pain, or his eyes swelled up and he can't see properly, so Leinhardt will just go into that sort of the back three.
North Macedonia have got themselves a free kick in a decent position. Yeah, it is like for like. Philipp Leinhardt is a centre half. He was a youngster at Real Madrid, but only one first-team appearance in 4 years for Real Madrid. But he's on the field of play now in the finals of this tournament. Free kick for North Macedonia, whipped in towards the edge of the area now. Back to goal for North Macedonia. An opportunity for them here now with Tchaikovsky. Plays the ball out wide, looking to Alioski on the left-hand side, but it looks as though the ball's run out of play. And it will be an Austrian throw-in on that far side. Level with the edge of their own penalty area. Actually, just a little bit deeper than that. Austria 1, North Macedonia 1 on TalkSport 2, the national arena in Bucharest, where North Macedonia are pretty familiar. And the ball's out of play on that far side now for another throw-in as Austria make progress now. Throw-in goes back in towards their own half. Now, quite surprisingly again, Alaba staying where he is their most creative player, but he's deep as a conventional centre-half in a back three. And now the ball moving forward for Austria as the ball's whipped in from the left-hand side from Hinteregger. It's cleared away to the edge of the box, but back for Austria to have an opportunity. They tried to throw through towards Baumgartner there, but the play broke down as North Macedonia were able to scramble it away. And now the ball's back on halfway in the 48th minute of the game. North Macedonia scramble the ball back with Ademi. Holds the ball up as he's under a little bit of pressure here, this time from Lima, just inside his own half. They keep the ball this time on the left-hand side, and here's Alioski again. Saw plenty of the ball in the first half, but didn't do enough with it for me. Side-to-side football all too often from the Leeds United man. Elmas now holds the ball up for North Macedonia, 10 yards inside the Austrian half. Plays it out wide on the right-hand touchline here for Ristovski. Holds it up, and a good opportunity now moving forward for Nikolov towards the edge of the penalty area, but ball's just run away from him. Too much on the first touch. Let him down on that occasion. The ball's up towards halfway again, and North Macedonia will win it back with Musli. The noise you can hear is from the North Macedonian fans. They're right behind them here, Perry.
Yeah, and they've actually started off a lot more positive, North Macedonia, what they did.
Yeah, a snapshot coming in here from the edge of the penalty area from Boban Nikolov, but he didn't quite get the strike of the ball as he would have liked. But North Macedonia scrapping for absolutely everything here and enjoying plenty of possession. They've won the ball back again now here, moving forward. They try and make something of this as they approach the Austrian penalty area. Tchaikovsky, though, has given the ball away, and it's going to be possession to Austria over on that far side with 3.5 minutes of the second half gone.
It just looks like at half-time, Igor Angelovski, the North Macedonian manager, has probably said to his players, believe in yourselves a bit more. You know, been a little bit too passive in the first half. Believe in yourself on the ball. We've talked about Elmas getting himself on the ball left-hand side and drifting in.
Good ball here for Austria now, moving towards the penalty area is Sabitzer. Out wide here towards Stefan Leiner, the goal scorer for the Austrians. Squares the ball now for Schlager, midway inside the North Macedonia half. What can they make of this now as Alaba just cheekily chips the ball into the penalty area, but he's got too much on it. Leiner can't get there, and it's gone behind for a goal kick to North Macedonia. Away to our left. 5 minutes of the second half gone. Austria 1, North Macedonia 1 on TalkSport 2.
At the moment, Kalasic up front for Austria has got a trampette down his sock, Nigel, because every time the ball comes into him, his first touch is very heavy and he gives the ball away. Just a little instance there. Schlager played a great little ball into him, probably 8 yards outside North Macedonia's 18-yard box. All you've got to do is make sure that you back in, you hold Milovski off, you get hold of the ball your first touch, let off your second, and he couldn't get his first touch under control.
Austria's goal in that first half was only their third in 7 matches at the European Championship finals. Now North Macedonia snapping away again at the heels of Austrian players, but lineup is down after the foul was committed that time by North Macedonia. Gordon Pandev, the guilty party, the goal scorer on that occasion. Now here's Austria again, deep inside their own half. Alaba starts the recovery from the back and squares the ball short here towards Hinteregger. What can they make of this now? Hinteregger holds the ball up again. Not a lot of movement off the ball for him, not a lot of option, not a lot of choice. As Alaba holds on to it, threads it towards the edge of the centre circle, and Hinteregger once again tries to nip the ball through as again North Macedonia scrap for everything. And it's Bardi is the man who wins the ball back there, the man who was recovered from COVID after testing positive. Now the ball's on the left-hand side for North Macedonia. Alioski, though, is brought down. Referee's going to blow for a free kick here. Alioski's gone down, and there's some bad feeling creeping in here now. They really do need to calm down. Players pushing and shoving each other, and this is just getting ridiculous now. Alaba, with his experience, trying to get involved and calm everything down.
Yeah, but Alioski is going to get a booking because he just overrun the ball, and he knows that he can't get it. He's just followed through on his challenge, and the referee Andreas Ekberg is just pulling him over just to say because he hasn't gone over the top of the ball, that's why he's just going to get a yellow card.
Pleading his innocence, but it is a yellow card. There is no question about that whatsoever, and we're just seeing a replay of it now. The ball's just run away from him and he goes in with his left foot and he commits the foul, and it's on the Austrian Java Schlager. And it's a pretty poor thing to do.
Schlager knows the challenge is coming, so he's able to ride it. And the thing that saved Alioski there is he's not got his studs showing. It's his right foot that is actually pointing towards the floor, and that's where he catches Schlager. I think if he had his studs showing and he'd have gone through Schlager, then it would have been a red card. So Alioski, it was good refereeing though, to be fair, because Andreas Ekberg was actually under a lot of pressure from the Austrian players who said they surrounded him, and he took a nice cool head and said, actually, no, I'm only 5 yards away from the challenge, it's a yellow card.
And now North Macedonia again with Enis Bardi moving forward, but fouls committed on the halfway line. The North Macedonian fans don't like it. They really are a noisy bunch, really getting stuck in and making their presence felt in Bucharest. David Alaba now plays the ball out wide towards the left-hand touchline, and Marcel Sabitzer, the Leipzig man, up towards the edge of the area, and North Macedonia are able to launch the ball clear once again. Up towards Alaba now, midway inside his own half for Austria. Martin Hinteregger picks the ball up on the left-hand side and finds Andreas Ulmer. Ulmer now down the channel, was aiming there for Christoph Baumgartner, the Hoffenheim player, and now plays it short towards Ulmer once again. Ulmer threads the ball through nicely towards Hinteregger, towards the edge of the area. Baumgartner tries to get it round his man, but that's good challenging work from Stefan Ristovski. But Austria are able to pick the ball up again. Edge of the area, and that's a poor ball from Hinteregger, straight into the path of a North Macedonia player. But Austria have won it back again. Can they make something of it this time? No. Short ball from Schlager is intercepted again, and North Macedonia try and get the ball away. It goes out of play on this near side for a throw-in to Austria, midway inside the North Macedonia half.
At the moment, Nigel, neither team can keep hold of the ball. You know, in the final third of the opponents, the passing's a little bit rushed. It's a little bit scrappy. Schlager's had the ball a couple of times where he's tried to play it into Baumgartner and Kladzic. They haven't managed to keep hold of it. North Macedonia get possession, they can't keep hold of the ball, so it's all gone a little bit scrappy at the moment.
Yeah, a bit of quality, it's untidy, it's rough around the edges, no doubt. Now Alioski launches one high, and the keeper that time for North Macedonia, Dimitrievski, punches it away, but only into the path here of Ulmer. What can Austria make of this? Ulmer delivers it into the area, but there is Elif Almas to get the ball clear again, and a cool head that time of Darko Velkovsky gets the ball out of play on that far side.
But again there, Velkovsky goes brilliantly.
And then the ball's played into the air, and it's punched clear by Dimitrievski and out. But Austria have an opportunity to come again here. The ball's short towards Hinteregger. Hinteregger holds the ball up short this time again for Sabitzer. What can Sabitzer do with this? Ball chipped into the area, left-footed from Hinteregger that time, and the keeper, Stor Dimitrievski, is there. He's landed awkwardly though, he's waving his right arm, so he's landed awkwardly, but it's a safe pair of hands all the same. Just struggling to see where he might have done some damage here. He's punched it clear. Yeah, struggling to see where the damage might have been done.
I think as Kladzic has challenged Dimitrievski
in his ribs
on the first ball, yeah, he's at full stretch when he's punched the ball, and Kladzic has sort of turned and maybe just caught him in his rib cage with his left arm, but then obviously the ball didn't go dead, so Dimitrievski then has to make sure he gets himself back in his 6-yard box, which he did. Comes out to Hinteregger, he floats the ball in, and to be fair to Dimitrievski, he actually took the ball very well. He's been very, very dominant when the ball's been coming into the box because of the threat of Kladzic. It's Dimitrievski, the North Macedonian goalkeeper. I think he's made 5 punches, good punches that have come to the edge of the 18-yard box, and he took that catch nice and cleanly. Then he goes down just to calm the game down a little bit, because Austria had possession. Well, they had the positional play, but they didn't have possession, Nigel, because they kept giving the ball away. When they're just looking now that the Austrian main man
Marko Arnautovic is prepared for action in Bucharest for Austria. He's about to come onto the field of play. It looks as though Michael Gregorisic is about to come on as well. Gregoric, the Augsburg player, of course we know Arnautovic plays in Shanghai these days. But it was only a matter of time before Franco Foda called for Arnautovic, wasn't it?
Very much so. And Gregoric as well, he'll probably might go in a wide position, because they need to get in the wide areas to get decent balls into the box.
Yeah, so a double substitution. Gregoric and Arnautovic about to come on for the Austrians. We await the board to go up to discover who the 2 players are that are going to be brought off here now. But Marko Arnautovic is ready on the touchline, ready to make his way onto the field of play. But the keeper, first of all, Dimitrievski, gets the ball going again and launches it high, deep into the Austrian half, and it's a throw into North Macedonia. But before that's taken, of course, you know what's coming next. Franco Foda making the substitutions now. Marko Arnautovic, who is now 32 years of age, about to come on, and he will replace Christoph Baumgartner. So that's the first switch, and also coming off is Kladzic. So Kladzic, the man that has come off, so it's a straight swap for Arnautovic really there then. You thought that maybe they might have tried Arnautovic up top with Kladzic, Perry.
Yeah, I just thought that maybe they're too like for like, because Arnautovic is another one who doesn't threaten you in behind, but he's got good quality in and around the box. So it hasn't surprised me with Franco Foda that Kladzic has been given the hook, because to be fair, Nigel said in commentary, his general play hasn't been very good. He hasn't been holding the ball up. Now Arnautovic will probably go central, and they'll want the ball to stick with him.
26 international goals for Austria, Marko Arnautovic. His 89th appearance for his country tonight. Can he make a difference? Still one apiece. Can the deadlock be broken? Alioski with a throw into North Macedonia, deep inside the Austrian half. And it's out for a throw in, a sliding, scything ball out for Austria to give North Macedonia the throw in on that far touchline. Alioski takes it short, and it's being pressed hard here by Arnautovic, who already is showing very keen, very willing to make an impact in this match. Former West Ham United player. Now to throw into Austria deep inside their own half. What can they make of this as Arnautovic gets the ball already and holds the ball up? He's tackled already, this time by the number 14 Velkoski for North Macedonia. Free kick already then for Austria. He's going to be the target man, no doubt. There's no secrets behind Arnautovic.
But it's the difference there between Arnautovic and Kalajic. When the ball comes into him, he actually uses his body really well. He gets his body in between the ball and Velkoski. Velkoski has to come through him. Austria get themselves a free kick rather than giving the ball away.
Surprised that he didn't start, Perry?
I think reports before the game, Nigel, that he was suffering from an injury. He wasn't 100% match fit, so it's probably a matter of just easing him into the tournament.
So, here come Austria now on the right-hand side with Sabitzer. Holds the ball up. Arnautovic then replacing Kalajic. And Baumgartner off for Gregoric was the substitution that was also made at the same time. So 3 substitutions on now for Austria. And ball's midway inside the North Macedonia half. They're seeing plenty of the ball now, Austria. Sabitzer moving towards the edge of the area. He's got his man Ulmer on the overlap on the left-hand side of play. Ulmer tries to play it into the area, but it's cleared conveniently and quite simply for North Macedonia. Into the path here of Tchaikovsky. Launches a strong run forward, but Austria are able to pick the ball up once again, and it trickles out of play on that far side. It's going to be a throw into North Macedonia because Hinteregger couldn't do a lot with the ball there.
At the moment, the ball is like a hot potato, isn't it? There's no one showing any sort of composure. Hinteregger did brilliantly there. He intercepted the ball and took it off of Tchaikovsky. All he's got to do is just roll it out to Gregoric, who's on the right-hand side, and he just knocks it out of play, misses him by 5 yards.
Well, North Macedonia preparing a substitution of their own, and we'll confirm that for you very shortly as the ball is on the left-hand side of play for Austria now. Hinteregger holds the ball up square here now, up to halfway. Reinhardt launches the ball forward, but again intercepted by North Macedonia in the shape of Ademi. Launches it out wide to Alioski. Alioski down the left-hand side. It's a good challenge, and it had to be from Stefan Leiner, the goal scorer for Austria. So it's a throw-in on that far touchline now to North Macedonia. They're looking very, very keen and enthusiastic here. What can they make of it? Look, ball thrown through here towards the edge of the 6-yard box. A real opportunity for Boban Nikolov, as blocked and challenged and cleared. And that was a great ball threaded through from Pandev into the path of Boban Nikolov, and the opportunity is wasted as far as North Macedonia is concerned. And you've got to give credit that time to the Austrian keeper Bachmann, who has repaired some damage from the goal he conceded a little bit earlier there.
What a ball from Pandev. Just make sure that he rolls it inside. Ulmer, great run from Nikolov. And you said there, Bachmann, to be fair, he's in a good starting position. Looks like Nikolov was just going to dink it over the top of him, but Bachmann spread himself nice and big, made sure that he took the ball and he took the player.
So a couple of substitutions about to be made here for North Macedonia, and coming on is Tihomir Kostadinov, and Tchaikovsky is the man who is making way. So that's the first substitution then. Kostadinov coming on then for North Macedonia, and Bechelai is on as well for Nikolov this time. So Bechelai, who has yet to score a goal for his country, couple of substitutions in now for North Macedonia, and we're up to 64 minutes gone, and it is still one apiece between Austria and North Macedonia. Now here come Austria down the left-hand side. Martin Hinteregger again. Now what can he make of it as he plays it short here towards Sabitzer? Into the area, good save by the keeper. Real opportunity, that one, for Gregoric. And there was the keeper, equal to it superbly. Dimitrievski had to be there, had to be really strong to defend that, because it's a glancing header, super save.
What a fantastic save from Dimitrievski, full length with his left hand. Great little touch from Gregoric, just getting himself across the marker in the centre of 6-yard box. He's flicking the header. Fantastic full length save from Dimitrievski.
Yeah, brilliant save that time. Had to stand firm, and that's exactly what he did, because it was a glancing header, which is always awkward, going across the face of him as well, towards the far side of the net. Quite often the most awkward. Lovely glancing header from Gregoric, and then the keeper Dimitrievski at full stretch to tip it away with his left hand. Good goalkeeping.
Yeah, Gregoric, as he's just helped it on, as he's turned round, he thinks he's actually going to end up in the back of the net. He said fantastic athleticism from Dimitrievski, full length, big strong left palm, just end up palming it away.
If it did end up one apiece, what would be the reaction of the coaches, do you think, to a result like that?
Well, it looks like, to be fair to Franco Foda from Austria, the Austrian manager, that he's actually made two very positive substitutions, Gregoric and Arnautovic, forward players. Gregoric getting himself up front with Arnautovic, so he's the one who's trying to force the game at the moment.
Yep. Dimitrievski called into action again to punch away, a long ball in from the left-hand side from Austria. And here's Alioski now, who's seen plenty of the ball tonight, up towards halfway. It's a clumsy challenge from Konrad Lima. It's going to be a free kick to North Macedonia on the left-hand side, in their first ever appearance in the Euros, the finals of the Euros. And of course we know that Austria still waiting for their first ever win in the finals. And Arnautovic brings the ball back towards the right-hand side of the area, and it's towards Lima, and his ball in is deflected away. It was Visar Musliu who it came off, so it's going to be a corner to Austria, away to the left-hand side. Arnautovic with a lovely ball through, and it was an absolutely vital challenge. It was actually Arjan Ademi who made the challenge. My error there.
Yeah, he got Musli out of trouble because Musli gave the ball away unnecessarily.
Yeah.
And Ademi, as all holding midfield players do, just filled in the hole at the near post.
Alaba with a corner now. Plenty of jostling for positions in the edge of the 6-yard area again, and a flicked header is on from Sabitzer, and it's off target. Referee having all sorts of stick from Sabitzer, who's not happy with something there.
Great 1,000-yard stare though from Andreas Ekberg, Swedish referee, because Sabitzer's just flicked the ball at the near post.
What on earth is he moaning at there?
Doesn't hit anybody whatsoever, and Ekberg, the referee, looks at him to say, "Don't come anywhere near me.
What are you
on
talking about?"
Exactly.
Yeah, I just don't get it sometimes.
Trying to get any advantage you can, Nige, that's the point.
I agree with you though, Perry. Anders Ekberg has been excellent.
Yes, very good.
We talk about referees a lot, but this fella has done a fine job on this match, and we're up to what, 68 minutes now almost. We're in the 68th minute, and we're still waiting for one of these sides to break the deadlock that has been there since the first half at one apiece. And the ball's now with Austria just inside their own half. Alioski tries to win it back. It falls through here this time towards Marcel Sabitzer. Now Austria moving forward towards the halfway line once again. Short here towards Hinteregger. Alaba holds the ball up, and it's on halfway again. Up towards Sabitzer once again. He's seen plenty of the ball today. Alaba now. Lovely threaded ball out left towards Hinteregger. Hinteregger tries to play the ball square towards the edge of the area, but North Macedonia are able to coolly bring the ball away, and then a careless ball allows Hinteregger to win the ball back, and it's square towards Arnautovic. Arnautovic holds the ball up, and it goes square now towards Sabitzer. Back to Arnautovic just outside the penalty area. Now he plays this ball square towards the edge of the box, and it's worth a shot from Schlager, to be fair, but it's off target, left-footed, doesn't even test the keeper.
Yeah, Schlager didn't really have the sort of belief in himself there. Ball came into Arnautovic on the left-hand side of the 18-yard box, just rolled it into Schlager. Didn't really get it out of his feet and just completely scuffed it with his left foot. The difference, when the ball's going into Arnautovic, the subtle difference is when it was going in Kalajic, he wasn't holding the ball up because he was being challenged by the North Macedonian back three. When it goes into Arnautovic, their first thought is to drop off. So he has that yard of space. So maybe they can get more of a continuity going around North Macedonia's 18-yard box.
Now an opportunity here for North Macedonia to push forward once again with Elmas, but there was Alabar to get the ball clear.
Such a bad first touch there from Elmas. He got himself the wrong side of Alabar. Brilliant ball in from Alioski from the left-hand side. And a decent touch from Elmas with his right foot. He ends up having a free shot from 16, 17 yards. Just a heavy touch of his right foot. Just took the ball away from the goal.
You're listening to Euro Game Day Live on TalkSport 2 with Intuit QuickBooks, helping you take care of business. We're approaching the 70-minute mark in Bucharest. One apiece between Austria and North Macedonia. Austria looking for their first ever win at the Euro finals. North Macedonia making their debut in the European finals. Now, Austria have the ball midway inside their own half. There's a few challenges, pretty strong challenges going in. Backman launches the ball clear up towards halfway. Austria just about shading possession right now.
Just looking at the pass accuracy as well, we said it's been scrappy. For this level of football, Austria's pass accuracy is 79%, North Macedonia's is 68%. You've got to be up to give yourself any chance. You've got to be up into the high 80s to 90s of keeping possession in your pass accuracy. And that sort of, sometimes there's downline statistics, but that statistic actually does sort of tell you what the game's been like.
Sums up the match. Now the ball's left-hand side once again with Becula, one of the substitutes, and now up towards the edge of the penalty area. Flag's gone up though as Austria went on the attack. Gregoric is a man who is offside, and it's going to be a free kick to North Macedonia deep inside their own half.
Yeah, they held a good line there. Ristovski, Velikovsky and Mushli, and Gregoric just sort of went a little bit too early, but they've just changed their shape a little bit, Austria, because, as I said before, they had Kalajic just up front of his own. Now Gregoric has gone up front with Arnautovic just to see if they can cause North Macedonia a few more problems.
Well, you can tell that the players are playing for Igor Angelovski. He's very popular in the dressing room, North Macedonia. He really does get the respect of every single player. And you can see that because there's a collective determination here from North Macedonia. You can see that. But now, first opportunity really to look towards the latter stages of the match and think, maybe one goal will win this now. Just one goal could be the difference. The ball's held up again for Austria, moving towards the centre of the park as they try to get towards the penalty area, but it's getting very scrappy. Ball's up in the air, headers galore. This Bardi is the man now who brings the ball clear as North Macedonia launch an attack now with Bechelai again, whips the ball towards the edge of the area. It's going to fall to Alioski with a shot blocked away. That was good defensive work for Austria from Stefan Leiner, who turned his back, and Alioski a shot straight off the Austrian.
That's been a real intriguing battle, hasn't it, on Austria's right-hand side, Leiner, and North Macedonia's left-hand side, Alioski. They've had a real good battle. At the moment, I'd say it was fairly even Stevens, though Leiner would probably say that he's in the ascendancy because he obviously got the first goal, but it's been a really intriguing battle down that touchline.
One apiece is still the score on TalkSport 2 between Austria and North Macedonia. Into the vital part of the match now, which could prove so decisive. It's almost like one slip can cost you the match, so it's going to get tense now, Perry, isn't it?
It's going to be a mistake because both teams have given the ball away, or a piece of individual brilliance, whether it's going to come from someone like Arnautovic or Pandev, because the game hasn't got any flow about it. The players, the second half looks a little bit nervy.
Certainly does. Still another game to come tonight, by the way. It's Netherlands against Ukraine. That's over on TalkSport. And that is an 8 o'clock kickoff as Austria come forward now again, looking to make something out of it. The ball's played into the area, cleared away by Ristovski on that occasion, and now North Macedonia try and catch Austria on the break. They're coming forward at pace. Alioski wants it on the left-hand side, takes it from Bardi. Now Alioski moves into the area, plays the ball towards the penalty spot, and the shot is blocked immediately. Elif Elmas with the opportunity, but that was good defending from Austria to deny the goal-scoring opportunity there. Good work, good build-up though from North Macedonia.
Excellent defending from Hinteragger, because it looks like there's a good cross in from left-hand side from Alioski, and it looked like Elmas was going to have a free hit with his left foot just around about the penalty spot area, and Hinteragger made sure that he shadowed the run, got his block in with his right foot.
Netherlands, Ukraine, TalkSport, 8 o'clock tonight with Dan Windle, your host. Commentary from Adam Bridge and Matt Holland, bringing you all the action. Tomorrow, 2 o'clock, Scotland, Czech Republic on TalkSport. 5 o'clock, TalkSport 2, Poland, Slovakia. And then 8 o'clock tomorrow night, Spain against Sweden. That's on TalkSport. Football all the way. It's a feast of football across the TalkSport network. And we've still got a quarter of an hour plus time to be added on in this game. The National Arena in Bucharest. Group C of the Euros. Austria 1, Macedonia 1. The TV graphic has the initials MKD for North Macedonia. I'm tempted to keep saying Milton Keynes Dons, goodness sake.
Or WKD. Does that say more about me than it does about you?
I think it does, Perry, yeah. As Austria chip the ball forward now in towards the area again. And, it was a ball from Schlager, but nobody was on the end of it. And there's a bit of frustration creeping in now, I think, for the Austrians.
Yeah, just trying to force it a little bit too much. Obviously, it's Lehner coming down that right-hand side, but maybe you just need to give Austria a little bit more width, trying to get him behind Alioski there. But if it had gone out to the touchline, then it opens the game out a little bit, because North Macedonia just starting to sit a little bit deeper. Obviously, they have their sort of flat back five out of possession, and because they're so deep, it's hard to get behind them. So then I think you've got to go wide and try and get around them.
Not really seen a lot of Marko Arnautovic yet either. He scored 6 goals in qualifying and got an assist to his name as well in Euro 2020 qualifying. Now Alaba holds the ball up here, playing more of a sweeper role tonight, which I don't think anybody predicted. Alaba has taken us all by surprise. But to be fair to him, although he's not in his conventional role, Perry, he's not done a lot wrong, has he?
Well, no, to be fair, he hasn't been put under a lot of pressure, has he? Because he's the pivot in the middle of the three centre halves.
Now Austria moving forward on this left-hand side. And North Macedonia were able to tidy up that one and put the ball out of play for a throw into Austria in the latter stages of this match. Is there time still for somebody to create a moment of magic that decides this match? Austria have the ball now. Now they're looking towards making an impression with Leinhardt, one of the substitutes, plays the ball towards the edge of the 6-yard area. It's cleared away as far as Oma, who plays it short for Alaba, who's well forward now, edge of the penalty area. Squares the ball short. And now the ball's whipped in towards the 6-yard area, and the goal is in. And the goal scorer for Austria is Gregoric. And my goodness, that could just be the moment of magic that decides this match. Ball whipped in from the left-hand side, and Gregoric was there to slot the ball into the back of the net. With 13 minutes remaining, you have to wonder, is that the goal that gives Austria their first ever win in the Euro finals? It's Austria 2, North Macedonia 1.
We said about the quality, and it's that man Alaba just released himself from his centre-half position. It's a brilliant ball from the left-hand side with his left foot, just whipping it across the 6-yard box. Gregoric does what all good strikers would, get himself across the near post. Just a simple right foot, side foot. Dmitrievski tries to come across him, but just get there a little bit too late. Fantastic finish from Gregoric, a fantastic crossing from Alaba from left-hand side to put Austria 2-1 up.
Michael Gregoric plays for Augsburg. It's his 5th international goal in his 27th appearance, and it could be a huge goal. Could it be the goal that gives Austria their first ever win and a shirt is held up. Eriksson, stay strong, given to him by the Austrian camp, and Franco Foda congratulates him on that. And that could be a moment of great relief for Franco Foda, because he knows that his side should have done better than that today. Gregoric, the goal scorer, on 78 minutes, and once again it's not an out-and-out volley, it's a tap, but it's not bounced, it's a ball in, and he's just tapped it past the keeper.
It's a good run from Gregoric to say across the near post, open his body up, side foot of his right foot. We said about quality, and we've been talking about Alaba, hasn't he, playing a bit too deep, so he released himself from the centre half position, end up on the left back position, which he's more used to, and it was a fantastic left-footed cross in, just put into a dangerous area. And I say, Dimitrievski in the North Macedonian goal thinks he can get it, but he can't see Gregoric on his blind side. We said it's going to take one of the players to have that bit of quality, and it's no surprise it's come from Alaba.
That's one of the reasons why Real Madrid have taken him on from July the 1st. David Alaba, Bayern Munich player, playing his 82nd game for his country tonight, has scored 14 goals, 28 years of age now. And the North Macedonia fans have gone very, very quiet. It could end up being a night of disappointment for them, but a lovely touch from the Austrian camp, handing Michael Gregoric a plain white shirt, wishing Christian Eriksen well, as the whole of football does indeed. Up to 10 minutes remaining now, plus time to be added on. Austria 2, North Macedonia 1. That goal from Michael Gregoric, the difference between the two sides, and now you can be sure Alaba's experience and know-how will come into play. Austria will make it really hard now for North Macedonia to push and create chances.
Well, to be fair to the Austrian manager Franco Foda, we said a little bit earlier, he made positive substitutions. Gregoric and Nautovic coming on, he went two up front, and when the ball came out to Alaba on that left-hand side, Austria had more players in the 18-yard box.
He did indeed. Still not seen a lot of Nautovic, but that won't matter for Franco Foda, who is good defensively. He's got them well organised at the back, Austria, and a little bit suspect going forward. They do struggle for goals, but generally it's widely accepted that Franco Foda does have his sides well drilled at the back, and they'll need to be now for these last 10 minutes or so.
Well, it's just all about game management now from Austria's point of view. They want to make sure they don't sit too deep.
Substitution here, and coming off is Enis Bardi for North Macedonia, tested positive for COVID, but available again now. And Ivan Trzaskowski is the man who is going to come on for North Macedonia. His 65th appearance. He's 34 years of age, so plenty of experience for Trzaskowski. And now Austria have the ball once again on the left-hand side with Hinteregger. And they'll just eat as many seconds up as they can now, Austria. Just try and hold the ball as much as they can in the latter stages of this match, and try and secure a precious 3 points, which they would be. Of course, they have the Netherlands in Amsterdam on June the 17th, and then they have the Ukraine back in Bucharest on June the 21st, which is a week tomorrow. So these 3 points, if indeed that's what what happens and this score stays the same, Franco Foda will have a good solid base from which to build on.
And create a little bit of history. The first ever win in the European finals. And I say that's where managers, when things aren't happening, managers, then you have to earn your money. And it's exactly what he did when he brought on Nautovic and Gregoric. And obviously Gregoric has repaid him by putting Austria 2-1 up.
They've lost both their previous opening games in their previous two Euro finals. Conceded the fastest penalty in Euro finals history back in 2008. Zalewski charges forward down the left-hand side, and that's a magnificent tackle from Stefan Leiner. He absolutely timed it perfectly, and more valuable seconds being eaten up for Austria here now. As the ball's held up nicely by Sabitzer, he launches the ball forward towards the right-hand side, and the ball whipped across from Leiner towards the penalty area and into the path here of Gregoric. scorer of the second goal for Austria. He whips it into the area. Now Austria hold the ball up on the edge of the box. What can they make of this? Ball square here towards Sabitzer, who's calling for it, and has a left-footed shot. Cannons off a North Macedonian defender. They'll let that go out for a corner to Austria, and again, Perry, more vital time eaten up here.
Yeah, to be fair to Sabitzer, he's been Austria's best player. He's the one who's looking to get himself on the ball. Just released Lehmer down the right-hand side. A better cross from Lehmer, a bit better quality, and Gregovic is unmarked, 8 yards out in the centre of the goals, and he's just overhit the cross.
Austria 2, North Macedonia 1, and Alaba is the man who is coming across right now to take this corner away to our left. Clock ticking. North Macedonia know they have to get the ball and get it up the other end of the field quickly. Or will history be made for Austria? Keeper punches the corner clear. And now North Macedonia have been awarded a free kick. Referee Ekberg getting involved once again here, because it looks to me as though a yellow card is going to be given for the challenge just a few moments ago that we saw, and yeah, it's foolish. It's Stefan Leiner who has just put both arms up and has stopped Arian Ademi in his tracks and knocked him to the ground.
I think that's called taking one for the team.
For the team,
Nice,
all day long.
There was a counter-attack on there for North Macedonia, and Stefan Leiner actually used his experience, because Ademi looked like he was going to skip round him, so that was just like a forearm smash in like wrestling, wasn't it? That's all it was, just a body block, making sure that Ademi was going nowhere.
In the latter stages now, 5 minutes of normal time remaining. Just a question of how much time to be added on at the end of that. Austria 2, North Macedonia 1. Gregoric just a few moments ago with another deft finish. Leiner and Gregoric for Austria. Pandev for North Macedonia. They will be absolutely gutted if they lose this. The 35th nation to be represented at the UEFA Euro final tournament. Finland were number 34 last night, and win that was in Germany in the World Cup qualifier, by the way. Another substitution for North Macedonia. The man coming on is Milan Ristovski, and the man making way is Visam Musliu, who's had quite an impact on the game tonight for North Macedonia. But Milan Ristovski, in only his second appearance for his country at the age of 23, so he's got one goal in one game, and we could do with another goal now to rescue a point for his team. Yes. We are very deep into this match now.
Igor Angelovski, the North Macedonian manager, has taken off a centre-half Musli, put in Ristovski, who's a centre-forward by trade, 6'2". We all go up front. Maybe it's going to be all the Hail Marys now. You know what's coming. There's going to be North Macedonia just launching the ball into Austria's penalty box. It's whether Austria can see this last 3-4 minutes out.
So, a free kick opportunity now. Aliovski is going to take it for North Macedonia towards the edge of the 6-yard area. Nobody can get there to it. Chasing hard was the substitute, Milan Ristovski, but he couldn't quite get there, and it goes out of play away to the keeper's right, and it will be a goal kick to Austria once again.
Really clever defending from Hinterrugger. He knows Ristovski is trying to get round the back of him, so instead of actually challenging him for the ball, he's made sure that he holds his ground so that Ristovski can't get a run on him. Just very, very experienced defending.
Now the clearance is long into the North Macedonian half. Chasing after it though, it's very ambitious. Michael Sabitzer just keeping North Macedonia honest as they get the ball forward once again, up towards halfway. You're listening to Euro Game Day live on TalkSport 2 with TradePoint. With a lineup of over 40,000 products in stores nationwide and online, get all you need when you need it at TradePoint. North Macedonia coming forward now once again as they try and get an equaliser, but it's a ball into the area that lacks quality. Aliovski frustrated, and Kostadinov there, his ball into the area lacked quality. Aliovski picks the ball up and puts it on the goal line because he believes that Bachmann is wasting time. I think that's for the referee to decide.
Yeah, it's just, again, just professional from Bachmann. He moves the ball from his right side of the 6-yard box to take the goal kick into being level with the post, and I know it's like finite things that just eats up another like 10-15 seconds.
Yep. And now long ball forward from the keeper, and it's going to be